Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back and joining me for today's topic. I asked you guys on Instagram for video requests, and the one that I chose to speak about was on age gaps. So here we are. I've spoken about this on my channel before at the beginning of my YouTube channel when I started doing videos, so I feel like maybe it's time to actually revisit this topic and get into this. Let me give you my up-to-date perspective on things, and I hope that you enjoy this topic. If you do, thumbs up honey, and let's get into this. So just a little bit of a backstory on me and my personal experience with dating different ages. Come on baby. I actually used to date around my own age group. Okay, so my own age range. When I first started dating to about the age of 22, I was dating between a few years older to 5 years older, and then when I was 22 I dated somebody who was 10 years older, so he was literally 32. After that, I started dating guys who were just a couple of years older than me. One of them was about 5 years older, so again, it's the same kind of thing. When I turned 27, I started dating people who were like 15 years older, 20 years older, 25 years older. That is what I personally have done. That's been my experiences with age gaps. And what I found is that when you are from about 25 as a woman, I would say that dating any age range that you want to date is okay. But before the age of 25, I think that there are boundaries that must be set, because people think that you're very silly and naive because you're young, you haven't had much dating experiences, and to be honest, it's actually true. And that was my experience, and lots of women will say the same things. If I could just go back and know what I know now, because you can redo a lot of things that you didn't know when it comes to dating and those things. So if you're around the ages of 18 to 21, I would say date within your age range, no more than about 3 years or 4 years older. That's what I personally would say is okay. When you get to 22, why not try dating somebody who is 5 years older, maybe even 10 years if you wanted to. There isn't that much difference mentally with a guy who is 10 years older than you. If you're in your early 20s, he's in his early 30s, there's not that much of a big difference mentally. When you as a woman get to 25 and you decide that you want to date your own age, that's fine. If you wanted to date 10 years older to 20 years older, I think that it's all fine. And for me, I feel like when you get to 25, that's when you have been through lots of different things in terms of dating. You know the tricks, you know most of the lies that these guys try to pull. You've gained experience when it comes to dating, and you're less likely to be made a fool out of. That's how I personally feel about it. And yes, I prefer at this stage of my life to date older. It's not that I don't think that younger guys have anything to offer. There are some guys who might be in their 30s, maybe late 30s, early 40s, who are really men of their word. They might be really hardworking. I would say that dating any age range, there are pros and there are cons. The one thing that you guys have to understand is what it is that you are going after, what it is that you want, and what you're expecting from the guys who you date, from the guys who you're in a relationship with, who you're dating. It all depends. So you really do have to weigh up the pros and cons of dating both younger and older. And at the end of the day, ladies, you have to do what's right for you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you my perspective, to open your eyes on some factors that you may have not thought about before. And I definitely do, push things in the direction on my channel for women to date older and to go down that route. I do, because that's what I do, and I just feel like that is the best way for me. And let's not be I don't want you to get things misconstrued. I could very easily go out, meet a guy who's in his 30s, get on with him so well. I could have amazing chemistry with him. I could laugh with him. We could really have a good time together, and just have a really good relationship. I could definitely have that, but would I be able to have my head turned if somebody just like him came along who had a lot more success in his life? And I am woman enough that I can admit right now to you guys, online, on YouTube, on the internet, that I personally would be swayed if the exact identical same person came along but he had money. I'm going to be over there very, very quickly. So that's just it for me personally. I like the security of money. I like a man who has acquired things. I like a successful man. For me, it's very sexy. It's a big turn on for me. It's something that I admire, and that happens to be mainly with the older men because they've been around the block about 50 times and they have more life experience. They've been on this earth for a longer time, so naturally they've had more time to acquire more, to, you know, develop their careers more, and to just naturally be more successful all round. With that, they also tend to have more life experience, more stories to tell, more places that they've been. They have more cultural knowledge. For me, there are a lot of things that I really admire and enjoy about older men, and younger men can be amazing to date as well. You can have a good time with them, especially if you are a lot younger. If you're dating a guy, let's say you are, you know, 24 and you're dating a guy who is, you know, 34, then you're still dating a guy who's young, but at the same time for you it's a bit different. If I was dating somebody who's 34, I just know that I wouldn't be able to have the same types of conversations and interactions and experiences that I'm able to have when I date men who are older. Also, I know that lots of women definitely feel like younger men maybe don't have that provider gene in them, or they don't want to do that or whatever. I feel like most men, younger men, want to provide. They want to have that. I think that most of them do, but they just are unable to do it because they've been on, you know, this earth for, you know, not a very long time, and they haven't developed all of the wealth that they want to develop yet. But there are younger men, but there are men in their 20s, 30s who will pay for your dates, who will take that manly role and who will look after you in that way. Will they be able to pay, you know, your mortgage and have you being at home and doing all of that and being able to do all the shopping that we as women like to do? Perhaps not. So at the end of the day, you have to weigh up what you want and what's important to you, and don't just think about what you want today. Think about what you will want in 5 years time. Think about what you will want in 10 years time. Think about when you're on your deathbed what you're going to wish that you chose and wanted. And I'm not saying that either way is right. You have to do what's right for you. My path, your path might not be the same. So at the end of the day, ladies, you have to do whatever works for you, whatever feels good, whatever will give you the least stress, whatever will make you feel the happiest in your relationship, because it's your life at the end of the day and you have to live it the way that you would like to live it. One last point I want to make is you are dating somebody who you feel proud of and who you are not embarrassed to be seen with. If when you guys are out in public you don't feel like everybody's watching for the wrong reasons, That's the first thing. And the second point is, if you can be proud of how this person is treating you, how your relationship is, if you are really happy in your relationship, you have the things that you want, he's providing the things that you want, whatever those things are. It could just be laughs or giggles, I don't know. But if you want more than that, then if he can provide those things as well. If you actually have those things that you want, then I would say that you have a relationship that you can be proud of, and you also have an age gap that you are comfortable with. I hope that that makes sense, and I'm going to leave this video on that note. I would actually love to read your comments in the comment section all about age gaps. What age range are you comfortable dating? Would you deter a man if he is under the age range that you typically date? Are you only dating men your own age, or has that ship sailed for you a long time, girl? So I would love to know in the comments, and also if you agree with any of my points. So on that note, I'm going to leave on that note, ladies, I'm going to love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.